And welcome back. Tim Weisberg with you for the final hour of the show. And we have some special guests in the studio with us. And I'm going to turn on all the microphones and just turn on all the microphones and see if we can get everybody as part of the show. And I'm also streaming this on Periscope as well. If you follow me at Tim Weisberg on Periscope, you'll see the video kind of all over the place as I try to use both hands. But we have joining us the Princesses of New Bedford. Hello, good morning, ladies. How are you?
Good morning.
And I have to say that it is very nice to be able to open the door and see a bunch of fairy tale princesses standing at the door as opposed to the usual crowd that's out there waiting to throw things at us for the things we say.
Yeah, princesses don't throw things. We don't. We're very never like that.
You throw parties and balls and things like that.
Yeah. We dress up as popular fairy tale characters, and we go to children's birthday parties. We've done parades. We do a lot of charity work, and we do a lot of free public events. So if you guys are part of any organization or a nonprofit, we'll be able to donate our services as well.
And of course, this is Kenzi Farland speaking. You're the founder of the company, Princesses of New Bedford.
Yeah, I'm the owner and manager, but I also have an executive board because it gets a lot because I'm also in high school, and I'm also dual enrolling at UMass Dartmouth. So it's just a lot of work for me to do school and work. So I have 3 girls. I have Reagan and Alyssa and Katie. But today we also have performer May Reed, who is awesome, and I'm so happy she's here with us today.
So how did this come about? Because, we've met through you being part of the New Bedford High Theater Company. Mm-hmm. And so how did it come about to put together this organization?
So I played Belle in New Bedford High School's drama club. And I was super excited because that was one of my favorite, Beauty and the Beast. It's such an old tale, and I fell in love with the story. So I was like, I could take my favorite childhood characters and bring them to life to all the kids in my town. So that's really how it started, is just a little thought, and then it grew.
And so she comes up with this idea. She starts mentioning to somebody. Who was the first one that you talked to about coming on board?
So we posted that we had an open call, and our first 3 people, one of them no longer works with us, unfortunately, but we have 2 other girls.
She got married to a prince.
Here. Oh, yeah. She ran off and married Prince Charming. So that was actually Katie and Alyssa, who are right here, which is why I chose them for the e-board. They're very dedicated, and they're our first employees.
I apologize to any Periscope viewers for the sun as well, but
yes.
you can't help it. Everywhere princesses go, there's sunshine.
We bring the sun.
Yes. Unicorns and rainbows.
It's sparkling.
Yes.
So we'll go down the line. Everybody can kind of introduce themselves over the air and say who it is you play. And you just want to make sure you get really close to the microphone, so you probably have to share a lot. So we met Kenzi.
Hello, I'm Reagan, and I usually play Sleeping Beauty and also the Snow Queen.
I'm performer May Reed, and I usually play Amulet Princess and Rapunzel.
My name is performer Alyssa. I'm also part of the executive board, and I usually play the Little Mermaid and the Snow Queen's little sister.
And hello, I'm Katie, and I usually play Snow White or Cinderella.
And so, these are some pretty extravagant costumes here. Are these purchased? Are these handmade? Or?
Oh, they're actually handmade over in China by a lovely lady. Her name is Lydia, and everything's done through Etsy. I feel like using Etsy is probably anyone's best bet. If you ever want to get a costume, if you ever want to get even a dress made, this woman makes amazing gowns. I'm obsessed with Phantom of the Opera, and I had her make me a Christine Daae robe. I was like, I really want one, and she, lace. It's like the silky fabric, kind of like my gloves. It's gorgeous. She makes gorgeous costumes.
And the important
material's really high end, and it just feels so amazing.
Yeah, there's so many gathers in my dress right now, and so there's a lot.
And you're giving back to somebody too. That's it's not like you're buying them from some big corporation.
Yeah, it's a woman right out of her house. Everything is. I would love to be able to say it's local, but I don't know of any locals that are they make. Quality. Quality. I've never met a costume designer from here, so unfortunately we have to go overseas. But everything we do is local, all throughout the South Coast. We've done stuff even as far as Brockton. We travel. We're we're everywhere, really.
Yeah, especially with our charity events, we really like to get out into the community and make sure not only that our name's known, but make sure that all of the children throughout the South Coast are really getting great opportunities to meet their favorite princesses.
Yes.
Yeah, and I also consider our girls quality performers as well. They're all theatrically trained. They've all had theater background, singing, dancing, they're all made from.
Some of us hold titles as well locally.
Oh, yes, we do.
Princesses.
Yes, that is true. We have two of them here with titles, actually.
Yes, performer Alyssa is Miss Bristol County's Outstanding Teen, and I'm Miss New Bedford's Outstanding Teen.
Yep.
Nice, very nice. So not only do you get to play princesses, but you get to, actually feel like them sometimes as well.
That's
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
yeah.
Dressing up like this feels wonderful. It's especially when it's your favorite character that you're playing. I'm so grateful that I get to play Rapunzel because I'm so obsessed with the character. I have my own chameleon and my frying pans. I have 3 that I take on events with me because I just love this character.
And we're actually getting some questions on the Periscope broadcast if we can ask questions that way. And I will tell everybody on Periscope that if you want to ask questions, you can call in at 508-996-0500, 877-996-1420, only because, I'm working the actual radio equipment here, so I can't actually read the questions that are happening on the phone at the same time because I have to watch everything over here. So now, is there ever a day that any of you go home and you're kind of down in the dumps and you're like, man, I had a bad day today. I had a rough day. I need to dress up as a princess for a little while.
Okay, well, I wouldn't necessarily say I sit around my house dressed in costume. I mean, I'd love to, but we definitely do have those times where, we're having a rough week and we go to work and we're just all these, the expression on the child's face is just enough to make anybody's day. They're speechless. They're so happy. They're literally shaking. I've had children shaking because they are just so excited. And, we do face painting, we do crafts, we all sing. We do story time, so there's so many different activities we do with the kids, and it's really exciting because it brings out the child in us as well, and
Absolutely.
definitely keeps us young.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Keeps us young, says a bunch of people who can't even drive yet, but...
Oh yeah.
True. Some of us.
Yeah, some of us can drive.
Right, I know, I'm teasing. So the in addition to doing private parties and people hiring you for birthday parties and things like that, you do a lot of public events too. You've shown up at different things, and you've actually brought your show your talents to some public events and charity events as well.
Yeah, we've done stuff with Buttonwood Park Zoo. We've been to a lot of restaurants. A lot of restaurants want to do a breakfast with the princesses, and that brings in so many people. I just feel like combining 2 local businesses is the best thing to do because you're helping each other out as well as getting out into the community and getting your voice heard by other. You're putting, it's all exposure. It's really what it's about. I've done so much networking throughout the past few years, and it comes a long way. I started out the company just by doing free events, and then other people, I'd pass out business cards, and next thing you know, I'm getting not thousands, but I'm getting tons of messages on, hey, when are you available, da-da-da-da. It's really easy to book a party, too. You just have to message us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page that just has hit 1,500 likes, so I'm super happy. Yay! Or you could email us at info@princessesofnb.com. And all you have to do is tell us the location, date, time, what character you'd like, and what activity, and then you're set to go. There is no deposit or anything, so it's just really easy. It's convenient and more convenient for the client that way.
So you have a set list of characters from which they can choose?
Oh, yes. We have so many characters.
Oh, yes.
I can
Let's
try
try
them.
We can try.
Yes. Okay, so we have myself, which is Beauty. We have Sleeping Beauty. We have Rapunzel. We have the Little Mermaid. We have Snow White. We have Cinderella. We have Fashion Doll. We have Amulet Princess. We also have Princes as well. We have Beauty, myself's antagonist. We have Little Mermaid's Prince. We are getting Prince Charming. We also have, we have different, villains as well.
Peter Pan, too.
Oh, we have Peter Pan.
And we can't forget the Snow Queen and her little sister.
Oh, yes, Snow Queen and her
the
little
Winter
sister.
Prince.
The Winter
Oh,
Prince.
Winter
too.
Prince as well. So it's just,
Our mermaids.
oh, yes, we also do mermaid parties. We offered that this
Swimming.
summer. they actually have mermaid tails, and they swim in the water with the kids, and they do a dance. It's a lot of work. They had to do a week-long training to make sure everything was safe and that they knew what they were doing. We only have 2 other girls other than myself that did the lessons, but so they're obviously the only 2 people that can go in the water with the kids. So, and their names are Lola and the Little Mermaid. So we have our own little generic mermaid girl.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, and a lot of people are asking on, the Periscope. I've seen it pop up a couple times. Where's Elsa? And there's some copyright issues with using certain names for certain characters.
Yeah. So we like to keep everything like our own. So we're not affiliated with a Disney. We're not affiliated with anything like that. All like those rights go to them. We only do like fairy tale characters, like storybook characters,
which
out of the book.
It's good because it allows you to be the more traditional characters.
Yeah. It's really, we make the characters our own. I mean, they're fun, they're exciting, and they're really great to play. So that's how we avoid all of that. It's just a lot of.
We definitely do our own special version of the Snow Queen and her Winter Princess.
Yes.
And we kind of make it our own. So.
Yeah. So there's like books on all of them. So these are stories I grew up with, and that's really how it started.
See, now if you really get into some of the darker, Grimm's fairy tales, I could probably find you some work
those
with
are
that.
kind of creepy. Like in the Cinderella story, like the stepsisters get their eyes pecked out by crows. Yeah,
That's
creepy.
right.
That's more of like Into the Woods, which I am doing this. New Bedford High is doing it this spring. So.
I mean, do any of you have a secret desire to maybe toss a couple kids in an oven, maybe?
Absolutely not.
See?
No.
Come on. It's Halloween
I
season.
mean, we definitely
Come on.
do get like those crazy kids every now and then that are like yanking on the wigs and like pulling on the dress, and I'm just like, stop, please, child. But no, all of our girls have to stay in character, and if we were to ever find out anything negative about our girls, which nothing has ever popped up, like we've never had someone that was like, your girls are disrespectful or they're mean. Like all of our clients, we have so many repeat clients as well. Like we have 4.9 stars on Facebook. So I mean, I guess we're pretty. I'd consider ourselves a pretty quality
We're
company.
definitely trustworthy. You definitely know that the performer you're getting is going to be talented, and they're going to be made up, and they're going to look exactly like your favorite princess. And you know you're not going to be disappointed because they're going to sing and they're going to do all the different activities with your child, and your child will not be disappointed.
Yes, we also have pictures online that you can see our girls. They don't have hair peeking through their wigs. They have perfect makeup, because I mean it's definitely a lot getting ready. Getting ready is really difficult because you want a quality princess. You want a princess that looks like the one your child is seeing all the time. So we've done so many makeup tutorials, like just watching videos online and really it's a lot of practice, and it takes about an hour and a half to get ready. It's a lot of work.
It's true.
See, and I can vouch, folks, for their quality as performers, because not only are they talking to you on the radio, but they're performing for the Periscope camera as well, so as they see it go by. So they're able to multitask very well.
Just casual.
And of course, you guys have a great event that's coming up tomorrow for people to come out and see what you're doing.
So exciting.
Yeah, I'm super pumped for that, honestly. It's going to be such a great event. Luckily, Sister's Hair Salon in Mattapoisett was so generous and kind enough to let us use their space. So we're going to use their space. It's a really nice salon. And, kids are going to come in, and they're going to get, like, professional hair, nails, makeup done. And they're going to get also a coronation. So each child will get their own crown, their own princess certificate, and they'll get some pixie dust sprinkled on them. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, they're going to really become just like us. You can say, someone comes in and says, hey, I want a braid like Rapunzel. We'll be able to give them a Rapunzel braid, maybe put some flowers in their hair as well.
Like Ariel.
Yes, like Little Mermaid, yeah.
So it's
Snow White.
And Snow White.
and it's called Spa Day with a Princess?
Yes, it's called the Princess Spa Day and Coronation.
And so there's still some tickets available if people want to take part?
Tickets, you can just purchase them right at the door now. It's very easy. You just come right in.
It's from 12 to 2.
Yep, 12 to
Tomorrow.
2 p.m. Or you can reserve a ticket with us. You can do that by also messaging us on our Facebook page, Princesses of New Bedford, or you can email us at info@princessesofnb.com.
And of course, this being the fall, there's a lot of great events that are coming up, a lot of things that will be happening. Are there any places that you guys are planning on attending that people can come out and see you?
Yeah, we're doing the Fairhaven Harvest Festival. So we'll be there. Cinderella's going to do some pumpkin carving. Like, kids can go and they can get a pumpkin or they can paint a pumpkin. I will be there, and I'll be reading some stories to the kids. We'll also have Snow White giving out some apples, some healthy treats. So yeah,
not
poison apples.
Wait, I was going to say, where'd you get the apples from?
I made them myself. Do not worry, it wasn't my
She's a
stepmother.
very good baker.
Yeah, she's a great. Yes, we're all great.
Thank you,
Yeah, we're great at baking, and some of us have other talents. Like Rapunzel is great at painting. She's
Beautiful artist.
She's a good napper.
Yep. Oh, she's a good napper.
Ariel taught us all to swim.
Yes. Of course.
So, and now when you're booking parties and having events, is there an age cutoff? Because there's got to be a point where it gets kind of creepy to have princesses show up at your party.
Yeah. So usually if a child's like 11, their parents aren't like, "Ooh, let's get a princess for their party." Hee hee hee. So I
We
mean,
haven't really run into that problem yet, thankfully. There hasn't really been.
My birthday's not till January. That's when you have to be like, wait a minute, is he serious here, or is he
so,
just
like,
being weird?
I did have. So the executive board and myself managed the Facebook page, and I remember in the beginning there was a man who asked for a princess party, and I went on his Facebook page because usually, like, it's just a dad or a mom, trying to get a princess for the child. But I went on his page and there were no pictures of children. So I was like, we're unavailable that day. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he never mentioned anything about a birthday party. He
He was
kind of
just
just
like,
wanted
"Come
princesses,
over."
and we
But-
were like, okay, that's not
We
really
do our safety background checks.
Yeah,
and we do have like a
absolutely.
suggested
Yeah.
It got a little suspicious when he said, "I'll pay you in Subway gift cards."
Yeah, it's a little creepy. Oh gosh.
But no, I mean
do our
that's
best.
got to be one of the concerns that you have, though. Is you want to make sure that it's safe for you as performers, as well as as much as parents are worried about who am I letting come to my kid's birthday party, you have to be worried about where am I going.
Yeah. So we go on there because if they message us on Facebook, we can just search them right there, go on their page. If they don't have pictures with children and they're like this creepy person, we're obviously going to be like, "Oh, what's your child's name? How old's your child? How many children will be at this party?" But other than that, we really don't want to be like a drill sergeant with our clients. We're kind of just like,
I mean, have issues.
a lot of times we've had grandmothers or aunts book parties for their nieces or their grandchildren, and at that point we usually just say, well, who's the mother of the child? Same thing, we just have to background check where it's going to be, how many children are going to be there, what's the age of the children, and make sure it actually is a grandmother of the child or an aunt of the child and somebody that's related and trustworthy. So
yeah.
So what would you say is probably then, aside from all that, what's the biggest challenge in putting on a performance and getting ready for a party? Is it the time that you spend getting the costumes, getting ready for it? Or is it just making sure that you stay in character?
Well, I really don't feel like we have a tough time staying in character. I mean, there have been a few times that a child will say something really weird, and I'm just
ask a question that you really have to know your background on your princess. You have to watch the movie and you have to read the fairy tale, sing the songs. If they ask for a weird random song that's kind of background in the movie, you have to know your stuff.
Had the child ask me to sing rappers like Fetty Wap. I'm like, princesses don't know that.
What is Fetty Wap?
Exactly. What is this that you speak of? No, so
He hasn't made the charts in the kingdom yet, huh?
Yeah.
No. We're a tad behind in the fairy tale world.
Yeah, so
I've had a child ask me as the Little Mermaid, "What's your daughter's name?" Thankfully, I did know the answer to that, but
if you didn't,
it's kind of hard. Sometimes.
See, I knew you were fake.
Yeah, exactly. The kids are always trying to be like, "Oh, well, where do you live? Well, what's your dad's name? Oh, where's your sister? Who's your aunt's cousin's friend, brother?" And I'm like,
They'll test you, so we try to be as authentic as we can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then there's the awkward moment when you finally convince them that you are who you're portraying, and they're
Usually
like,
when we sing, that is the moment.
That is absolutely.
Oh my
like,
goodness, it is you.
They'll
And then
suddenly
all
say,
the questions
"It
stop.
is you."
no, that's when they say, okay, so you really are Snow White, so tell me,
That's right.
what about this Santa Claus guy? Then you're really in an awkward
And
position.
then
Stick to we definitely have to stick to our characters.
Yeah,
we
we
always
will
Exactly.
never
deny.
admit to a child that we're fake. We will
Or that
never,
we're very
even if the
jealous.
child's like pulling our wig off, we'll be like, nope, that's just my roots.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid needs to dye her hair.
Yeah, Little Mermaid needs
Well,
her
it's,
hair.
yeah, it's all that salt in the water.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
it's just
Right,
all
yeah,
the color of
exactly.
it.
It just changes color. So
It's definitely staying on top of your character,
Right.
and a lot of people ask, why does Rapunzel have long
Yes.
blonde hair? Because in different movie versions that they've seen, it will be short and brown. And so
At the end.
at the end of what version they're used to. So I have to come up on the spot with like, okay, well, there was another magic golden flower.
She grew
that-
it back.
Yeah, we grew it back. You know, if the wig's falling over, yeah, Rapunzel needs to dye her roots.
Yeah, so you know way more about the story than I do.
yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
Why do you have long one? Say it grew back. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it just grew, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you have long hair, sometimes you're short. Depends on what's fashionable. at the
And a
time.
lot of the times, you know, the kids might not be getting the answer that they want, but they don't care. They do not care.
No.
They're just like, okay.
There's a princess here.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
she's
their
beautiful.
hero in front of them in the flash, and they get to hug the princess. They get to
endless
sing
love.
with them.
Mhm.
It's
every
it's
kid's
enchanting.
dream.
It really
Yeah.
is.
All right, well, we have about a minute left here, so why don't we
Cool.
explain to everybody again how they can get in touch with you
Okay.
and about the event.
Yeah, you can email us at info@princessesofnb.com, or you can message us on our Facebook page. The tickets are still on sale for tomorrow. They're $25 at the door, and you can just go to Sister's Hair Salon tomorrow at 12 p.m.
Mattapoisett.
In Mattapoisett,
Mattapoisett.
yep, 12 to 2 in Mattapoisett. And if you have any other questions, you can also contact us for those reasons.
They can follow you on Twitter as well.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Also,
yes.
only children need a ticket.
Yes.
Adults
Yeah,
do not
adults
need
don't need
one.
the ticket.
Yes. We also have an Instagram page that is Princesses of NB, and then we have a Twitter page that is NB Princesses.
All right. Well, thank you all for coming in and for joining
It's
us.
our pleasure.
As I
Yes,
mentioned
thank
earlier,
you.
I'm glad it was on a 55-degree day and not a 75-degree
Oh
day.
gosh.
But and of course, everybody get out, support Princesses of New Bedford, a great local business started by local youngsters, and absolutely, that's not offensive to call you a youngster.
No, I love being old.
Now-
I will never be old.
Now that you're a
No,
college
never.
student and a high school student at the same time.
Yay.
So get out and support them at all their great events, and stay tuned to them on social media to find out where else you can see them. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with more. Actually, we're going to go to the newsroom, sorry. We'll come back with more after that. Here's Greg with all of the headlines.